finally realize you weren't a little kid anymore? I'm the middle child of 4 kids. My older brother became a cardiologist, and my 2 sisters are both social workers. Me? I work in the elementary cafeteria making $11.75 an hour, serving chicken nuggets and chocolate milk. Growing up, my family never let me forget I was the ugly duckling. Every Christmas, my sister Carol would find me in the kitchen helping Mom. Linda, you need to think bigger. You can't hide in kitchens forever. My big bro Robert would add, at least get your degree first, while adjusting his Harvard clip. Like, thanks guys. I actually never thought about that one before. Their houses had security systems and 3-car garages. I rented a 1-bedroom apartment near the railroad tracks and took the bus to work. They drove BMWs with heated seats. When we went out for Mom's birthday, they'd order bottles of wine and I'd stick to water. But here's what none of them knew. For the past 15 years, I'd been running a restaurant consulting business out of my apartment. Started when I was 25 with one Excel spreadsheet and a calculator. Built it up through Instagram posts and word of mouth. Nothing fancy, just me analyzing food costs and creating systems until 4 a.m. My client list now included 12 steakhouses and 3 major hotel chains downtown. I charged between $5,000 and $25,000 per project depending on the workload. Last year alone, I cleared $340,000 after expenses. Never told anyone in my family because honestly, I liked being underestimated. Then Dad had his stroke, massive one that left him partially paralyzed. No one told me about it. I found out when Mom mentioned it during our weekly phone call. Your siblings won't be available. They're trying to figure out what to do about Dad. Oh, what happened? I asked calmly, because I knew losing it meant Mom would stop giving me information. That's when she said it. My effing siblings made a group chat without me. I immediately hung up and called Robert. Hey, maybe this was an accident, but why wasn't I included in the discussion about Dad? He sighed like he was explaining something to a child. Linda, we need to be realistic here. Good facilities cost $8,000 a month. If you can get someone to cover your little hairnet job, maybe you can visit once a month. I told him I'd take care of Dad myself. He actually snorted. Ha 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 ha, I know you're not talking about moving him into that shoebox you live in. Linda, Dad needs round-the-clock medical care. This isn't like scooping mashed potatoes onto plastic trays. Carol jumped on the call. Robert's right. We're talking about adult decisions here, not something you can handle on a cafeteria worker's salary. Proper care. As if I'd just prop Dad up with some tater tots and call it a day. That weekend I did something that would make them regret their words forever. I drove around looking at houses for sale, found a perfect ranch style with wide hallways and a ground floor master bedroom, just the way Dad likes it. Put in a cash offer $20,000 over asking. While my siblings argued about who would cover Medicare, I hired contractors to install grab bars and a roll-in shower. Interviewed home health agencies until I found the perfect team. All while my siblings sent each other links to depressing nursing homes an hour away from everyone. Moved Dad in 3 weeks after his discharge. Didn't tell anyone, just showed up at the hospital with the medical transport I'd arranged. Robert was there arguing with the social worker about temporary placement. It's handled, I said, signing the discharge papers. Dad's coming home with me. Carol laughed that sharp, bitter laugh she'd perfected in childhood. Linda, stop. This is embarrassing. You can barely afford your own life. My younger brother James finally spoke up. Let her try and fail. She'll come begging for help in a week when reality hits. 6 months passed. I took care of Dad while running my business. He'd sit at my kitchen table watching me organizing files, telling stories about his army days. My siblings barely visited. Carol said she was too busy. Robert said he didn't want to get stuck in traffic. James just stopped responding to texts. They kept their group chat going though. Mom would mention their ongoing debates about long-term care facilities, like they were waiting for me to fail. But then something beautiful happened. It came in the form of something big, thick, and black. Carol's preppy little husband saw my name on the speaker board at a restaurant industry conference. In bold black lettering it read, Linda Mitchell, turning failed restaurants into million-dollar success stories. He took a photo and sent it to the family group chat with 3 question marks. I just laughed and switched my phone off. But when I woke up, I noticed my phone had been bombarded with dozens of texts and missed calls. The first voicemail was angry, the second was threatening. By the 10th, they were practically begging to talk about this rationally. Full story on channel, link below.